German already sits awaiting in the second round. Max Hopp, the 19-year-old world youth champion, made it through earlier on this afternoon here at the Happy Bet European Darts Match Play. It is the second of the host nation qualifiers who's on stage right now. The Cube, Rene Eidams, who burst onto the scene at the World Championship, taking Michael van Gerwen down to a deciding set in the opening round before finally succumbing to the world number one. He takes on Ricky Williams here in the opening round of the fourth European Tour event of 2016. To talk you through it, I'm Dan Dawson, and Rod Harrington, a two-time World Match Play winner, is sat alongside me, and he's found his specs. I have found my specs, finally. Dan, I'm just going to say, where else can you see a massive dog and an elephant? It's only at the darts. Well, look, that to clarify, that is two, I assume, German fans dressed as a massive dog and an elephant. You may have seen them on the walk-on. They're not genuine elephant, genuine dog. Not sure they'd be allowed here. However, I've got a feeling the bloke dressed as an elephant may have turned up to one of our other European Tour events and wore that outfit for 3 days straight.
First. Game on!
In that case, he's a smelly elephant.
Well, I wouldn't want to be in that elephant suit come Sunday night after 3 double sessions of the darts. As Ricky Williams has the throw in this one, his first dart is spat out the board. 23. And he only scores 23, and that is not a particularly impressive return.
There they are. There's the dog and the elephant. Obviously they wear
43
headgear as well.
There's a whole outfit, there's a head as well. Look, we're assuming it's fancy dress. They might wear that all the time. Winner of this one goes through to the second round. Adrian Lewis makes his return to European Tour action. He sat out the last one in Gibraltar last weekend because he was on doctor duty looking after his family who'd all come down with something or other. A less than impressive start for these two in the opening leg of this match. Rene Eidams, as I said, he burst onto the scene at the World Championship. We haven't really heard about him until that 41. Point.
Well, I said to Rob earlier on, you know, the bookies made a killing because everybody had Van Gerwen in their accumulators at 3 sets to 0. And it looked like that, and Michael just switched off, thinking, oh, I've got this. He was 2 sets to 0 up, and all of a sudden, Rene just started to hit him. And, well, he did have Van Gerwen on the ropes there for a little while.
He won 6 out of 7 legs at one point in that match against the world number one. Not even Barney did that when he beat him.
42.
It's scrappy to start this one. Ricky Williams, now he's a man who's not really been a regular fixture on the darts scene, but he has been around for a while.
Yeah, he's a youngster. He came into the system and, you know, always looked a good quality player, but just went off the boil and went and done other things. And now he's come back. As we see, he might have just missed 180. But he's come back. Of course, you know, the financial rewards, if you put a run together, even if you're working, you're playing it as a semi-professional, then you can earn a few quid.
When are you required? 94.
Well, more than a few quid. As Eidams looks at 94, and he went double finish, but didn't find 40. It. And that's a poor last dart. Just a bit careless, really. Should have left himself 3 clear ones at tops. The 1-4-1 is not going for Ricky Williams.
75. Rene, you require 54.
Tops for Rene Eidams. Double 10.
44.
Well, if you're wondering why Rene's darts wobble, he's got what they call spring-loaded points. The idea is that when they touch a wire, they'll spring off the wire, so you don't get as many bounce-outs. But now Williams for double
26.
Top, just over-pitched.
Rene required 10.
Yeah, we've seen these wobbly darts thrown by a few players as Eidams gets a breaker throw in the opening leg, and the German crowd show their appreciation.
Well, Keith Diller threw those first back in '83, believe it or not. But that was when they were big round wires, and you know, we used to have an awful lot of bounce outs. But nowadays these wires are so fine, 57. And they're actually embedded into the board. So, you know, there's only the fine point that's sticking out.
You're very unlucky to catch a wire and get a bounce out in this, aren't you? Most of the bounce outs you see tend to be clattering off your own darts and taking the pace out of it, and they just slide off.
Well, you can see how tight those wires are onto the board. I mean, they go in the board, I don't know, 10 mil. It's just the very tip of that diamond wire that's protruding outside of the numbers.
60.
Oh, you listen to Della talk and he'll tell you they would have all been averaging 120 if it weren't for all the bounce outs and the massive wires they had back in the day.
Oh, we would have done.
85.
Certainly was a factor though.
Yeah, it is a factor because you put a big round wire on there that makes that treble smaller. That is a fact.
It's only a small target you're aiming for.
Had a great one on Facebook, sent me a message, so thank him for it. I won't mention it.
94.
It ain't that good, but he said that the PDC dartboards make their trebles bigger so it makes it look better. Well, it's a great idea, and it was suggested many years ago.
40.
Was it really?
Yeah, but it doesn't happen.
Huh.
Well, the Americans want to have the goals bigger when they had the World Cup.
133.
That's a great setup shot from Rene Eidams there as he looks to consolidate that early break of throw in what was a pretty scrappy leg. And Ricky Williams just hasn't got going here.
96. Rene, you require 32.
Double eight.
Well, he's going to come back because Ricky's a long way off. He needs to start getting into his stride sooner or later.
This is more like it.
137.
See a shake of the head from Ricky Williams. And where were these darts earlier on in the leg? Eidams, double eight again. This time he does get it, and he's got a two-leg cushion.
Third leg, Ricky through first.
Man from Hagen here in Germany, 27 years old. Beat Thomas Saylor and Fabian Hertz in qualifying, as well as Myro Meyer. Saylor, of course, a veteran of the German darts scene, and Fabian Hertz, younger gent, but we have seen him on the European Tour a number of times. Fabian Hertz, he's made it through the European the host nation qualifiers on a few occasions. Ricky Williams, we saw him as a youngster on the New Kids on the Hockey event back in 2008. He was the only guy in the tournament. It was sort of a group stage and then a knockout. The only guy in the tournament to beat Aaron Monk, the eventual champion.
125.
Didn't make it out of his group though. But as you say, he's not actually played a great deal of darts. Had a go at Q School this year, didn't make it through. But we did see him win a game on the European Tour last year in Hildesheim. Beat John Park,
81.
the three-time world champion, and then he actually pushed Gary Anderson very close. Only lost 6-5. He played some good darts that weekend, did Ricky. It was this year he was always
60.
targeting, though, as to try and work his way back. And played a lot of Challenge Tour. But he hasn't had as much success as he would have liked. He's only won about 500 quid on the Challenge Tour. Hasn't made a quarter-final.
43.
So there's still
Ricky, you require
some work to do for Ricky Williams to get back up to speed in PDC darts. But he did beat Jamie Lewis, and Jason Marriott and Andy Bolton in qualifying for this. So that's a decent effort as Williams
78.
He's given himself an opportunity here to get a leg on the board because the 157's not going for Rene Eidams.
57. Ricky requires 72.
Well, 20 for tops. Finally get a leg on the board. No, it's not a double top. It's right up there. He's having to move.
52.
It was a little bit too high to be a good guide. It masked half the double top. Oh, now he's going to go double top, surely. No, he stayed on the treble 20. That surprised
80.
me. And then he hits the double top and the dart.
Oh, tops look the shot. Now, is that awkward or can he use it? Oh, there's a wall of tungsten to aim for. Oh, and he's not found it. And Ricky Williams, well, it could be another break of throw for Rene Eidams and a break of throw in 7 visits to the board. And it is 3-0. And it's not been high quality, but the German crowd don't care. They've already got one man in the second round in Max Hopp. They are guaranteed another when Mike Langendorf and Andre Velga face each other this evening. And Rene Eidams has put himself in a very good position to make it at least 3 host nation qualifiers in the second day of action.
Yes, and you have to say Ricky Williams is making it very easy for Rene, and you can't blame the crowd. They've not been on Ricky's back at all, so it's just Ricky not getting into his stride, and you know, you can see the averages there. Both of them, they wouldn't be happy with them themselves. Front nine or overall average, but as we say so many times, Dan, do you know what, this first round, who cares? Just get in the second round.
Yeah, that's all it takes, and you know, having potential as a young dart player counts for nothing unless you actually build upon it, and Ricky obviously showed a great deal of potential in 2008. He's not been playing regular top-level darts since then, so it's kind of starting from scratch again, and I would imagine as Ricky Williams looks to fill this up, and does so, that's much more like it. I would imagine even in the, 8 years since playing that new kids on the darts has changed. The standard has gone up, the strength in depth has gone up, and Williams, well, for a 12-darter,
54.
Yes, the strength in depth has increased incredible. Another one of those. Oh, double top.
Oh, Rene! What a moment for Rene Eidams. 160 checkout for a 4-0 lead.
I think they call that the kick where it really hurts, Dan.
Oh, well, we've had 3 legs of mediocrity. Ricky Williams misses a dart for an 11-darter, doesn't take out the 12, and then Eidams steps up and it's a 160 checkout. My
96.
word.
Just when you thought that Ricky Williams was going to get himself back in the game, James Wade took out the 160 against Robert Thornton last night to get control of the game.
89.
First game up on the Premier League last night in Rotterdam. The finals next Thursday, 7 p.m. on Sky Sports at the O2. Who's going to win the Premier League?
Wow.
Michael van Gerwen has done all the hard work. He's led the tour. But it doesn't mean he's going to win.
No, he's got to get past Adrian Lewis in the semi-finals, and Adi, at Christmas, after the World Championship final, Adi said, I haven't been good enough in the Premier League for a number of years now. I'm focused on that. I'm going to give it me all. And he's delivered. He's made the playoffs for the first time in 5 years. And now he's got there. Adrian Lewis
60.
could win 2 consecutive games against anyone. Anyone in the world.
Well, he's over a relatively short distance still as well. So, yeah, he's got the quality. We know he's got the ability. It's if he just, AD needs to just turn up, because sometimes he doesn't turn up against the top 3 or 4, although he...
Oh, no, hang on.
Not again.
He's not going to do it again, surely!
Ricky require 84.
For one baffling moment. Did he know? Was that pulled?
Was the second one in?
Many questions, but Ricky Williams,
60.
oh, wow, he had a real chance there.
Require 20.
Well, the upshot is, I'm not sure what happened in that last visit, but Rene Eidams is looking at double 5 for a 5-0 lead. Last start in hand.
10 score.
Now then, Ricky Williams.
Ricky
It has to go, it
24.
has to. There's no other option. Double 12. Double 6. And there it is, and Ricky Williams gets a leg on the board.
6 leg Rene to throw first. Game on.
Well, it would have been some effort to take out 160 and then bust 160 in the following leg.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I mean, it happened so quickly that I don't know whether he thought that the second dart was not in the treble. That's what he must have done.
44.
I mean, I remember Dirk van Dijvenbode at the Worlds
Busting
180, didn't he?
Yeah.
Because he went high and it caught the flight and went. That didn't look like he caught
No,
a
it
flight
didn't.
there.
No,
It looked like it was a well-thrown dart towards the treble 20.
Well, if he only scored 80 with the first 2 darts, then it was a well-thrown dart.
Yeah, maybe it was. Look, maybe it was. It's very difficult to see from our position here. But ultimately, Ricky Williams gets the leg on the board. He had darts after that to win the leg, Rene Eidams. So it is a missed opportunity, whichever way you look at it. But he is still firmly in pole position in this match as he looks to book his place in round 2 to face Adrian Lewis, the 2-time back-to-back world champion. Now then,
140.
Ripple of applause here in Hamburg as the German puts himself in a decent position in this leg. Ricky Williams is right there with him.
105.
Don't really understand that
I was
shot.
going to ask you about the 25 there.
Well, no, I mean...
What benefit do you gain?
You don't,
59. Ready, require 112.
if he hits the bullseye, you know, the treble 20 would have been far better than the bullseye anyway.
31.
Oh, that's
Ricky
And
require
the 112 to
160.
117 is exactly the same shot. You still need one treble. So, yeah, a strange one. No,
Ricky Williams.
have this back.
Oh,
Have this
maybe.
back.
120.
Well, the 160's been taken out. It was nearly bust, and then it's been missed on double top. What a game for fans of the 160 checkout. That is a... Well, it was a mess of a dart, the first one. And he's going all around the board to try and set it up. In the end, he's left himself double 9.
Well, Rene was going to go 51 double 15, which is another strange way.
Game China,
But it is
sixth
the second
leg.
leg on the board for Ricky Williams.
Seventh leg, ringing the front
And it's
first.
a break of throw,
Game on.
so he's got himself back in the game.
So, 4-0 becomes 4-2. And Rene Eidams, what was
60.
looking like a procession into round 2. Just a bit of a question mark hangs over it.
Well, he just starts to be
190.
5-0 up and probably thinking, half of his mind's thinking, well, I should have walked off this stage by now. And that's when it's dangerous to overthink things.
And you see, look, those averages aren't great, but they've been creeping up. That'll help.
140.
You see, Ricky Williams,
98.
2 out of 13 on his doubles. Rene Eidams, 4 out of 13. I mean, 31% is okay. Won't be happy with that, Rene, but he'll be certainly happy with that 160 checkout.
81.
Williams sat on 220. Nice number, that. All sorts of things you can leave yourself as long as you stay straight.
57.
You're exactly right, Dan. Just don't miss the big numbers. And if you're going to miss the treble, just on the upside of it.
Oh.
Now that causes a problem. Well, he's going to leave a shot now,
70.
but only just.
Yeah, not the one he wanted. But he nearly took out 160. Maybe take out 150.
95. Ricky, you require 150.
Eidams on 132, another showpiece finish.
$96.
Well, good last dart means that Ricky Williams is poised if this doesn't go. And it's going to be very noisy if it does. If it does! Oh,
160.
wow.
Ricky require
Takes out a
54.
160, misses a dart for the 132, nearly busts a 160. The end of legs from Rene Eidams is very entertaining. But he might well lose this one. Double 10 for Williams. And oh, now. 2 darts for 4-3, and he might be about to go 5-2 down. Double 4. Double 2. I thought he'd rushed it, but he pins it, and it is 5-2, and Eidams stops the rock.
First. Game on.
Yes, Williams has just missed too many doubles in the match. Another 2 darts, and that would have really got himself back on the game. He worked hard to break the throw of Eidams. However, he's just going to give it straight back, and Eidams is stepping up to throw for the match, and what a great kick-off that is.
81.
A little wry smile there from Ricky Williams. He knows it just hasn't happened this afternoon.
41.
Yeah, and for there have been a number of legs from Ricky Williams where he just has not been at the races, but he still had 2 darts to make it 4-3. And had he taken either of them, this would be very, very different. He'd be backing himself to, you know, from 4-0 down. He had the momentum.
96.
But ultimately, it looks like he's not going to get the job done. Rene Eidams will certainly, I was going to say he'll certainly be down to a finish first. Not making it easy for himself with that first dart in the 1. Goes back up to the treble 20 now.
40.
That is gone in such a weird angle, but it gets him to a finish. It's the 164, and in a game which has seen all kinds of nonsense around the big
96,
finishes, maybe it'll be a party piece to finish for Rene Eidams. Doesn't need to go the ball route, but who knows?
Oh. 132.
That is some setup from the Cube.
Well, that's the reason he went for the 18s with the first dart, I presume. All Ricky can do is hit a big score and put the pressure on, and another over-pitched dart.
90.
It just hasn't happened for Ricky Williams, but it has happened for Rene Eidams. Double 8 now for the match.
Still double 8.
16.
3 match darts missed by Rene Eidams. Will he get another go in this leg? Ricky Williams, 97. Great first dart. 2 darts for the leg now. Tops he wants. That's a decent marker. Ricky Williams to stay alive.
The 8th leg. Ricky Williams. 9th leg. Ricky to throw first. Game on.
On a hold of throw here. Will pile some pressure on Eidams. 3 match darts have been missed. Games have been won from more precarious positions than this. Thought Alan Norris was going to throw away his lead earlier on
100
against Richie Corner. Missed a series of match darts before getting over the line. Wayne Jones lost a game having missed 13 match darts last weekend in Gibraltar.
78.
That's incredible, isn't it? And you know, that for Wayne Jones, that has been the plague of his career in darts, missing doubles and score with the best of them.
99.
Just the 60. 79 points ahead of Eidams here. Starts on the 18s because he's on 302. Good thinking, although kind of messed up by hitting the 5 with his next dart.
Well, he started off this leg so well, didn't he, Ricky Williams? And now he's just gone downhill since those first 3. And he keeps opening the door.
42.
But Eidams hasn't
Ricky
come through it. So he's 6 darts from...
170.
Oh, we've seen a 160. We've seen it missed. The bullseye. No, he's not going for it. No, he's more interested in having 3 clear darts at double 16 to get himself well and truly back in the match.
27.
A shocker of a leg from Rene Eidams, and Ricky Williams, no pressure at all on this. It might be a good thing for him. Trying to find a way through. Move to the right, move to the left, pins it with his last dart, and it is 5-4, and Williams is not quite out of this.
125.
This is the leg for Rene Eidams with the throw. Kicks off 1-2-5. Williams coming back at him strongly though, and look at that, doesn't get any stronger than that. What a time for your second maximum. Ricky Williams has already survived 3 match darts.
45.
You know, kicks off the perfect score and then throws 3 darts that are not even really on the dartboard. Really has let his opponent
96.
off here. Ricky, he should have... I know he's trying, but just a straight ton on after the 1-8 is just a great score.
80.
Important last dart from Ricky Williams. Keeps him there with Eidams. Can the German, host nation qualifier, hold his nerve. Well, it's another good setup shot from Rene Eidams to leave himself 50 for the match. If he stays straight, he's on a 2-darter. Oh, wonderful, wonderful from Ricky Williams. Now Rene Eidams, can you see it off? He's missed the big number. He's only going to get 1 dart. But he hits it! And Rene Eidams finishes it off with a 15-darter. Ricky Williams nearly somehow came back at him and forced the deciding leg, but he is knocked out 6-4, and Rene Eidams goes through to round 2 here at the European Darts Match Play. That is 2 Germans out of 2 who we've got in the second round here on the European Tour. We'll definitely have another one when Andre Belger and Mike Langendorf meet, and maybe we'll have even more than that. Coming up in just a few moments' time, it's another all-European clash as Roby John Rodriguez takes on Michael van der Horst.
Kurz mal durchschnaufen. Wir haben ja kurz vor der Partie, das können Sie nicht wissen, haben wir hinter der Bühne mal gesprochen. Da habe ich ihn angesprochen auf den Spitznamen Tricky, aber ein Tricky Match erwartet, sagt er, nee, da rollt der Cube einfach mal drüber. Ja? Am Anfang sah das auch so aus, aber dann die Delle, wie kam's?
Ja, ich weiß auch nicht, das war ein schlechtes Spiel. Ich versuche es gleich besser zu machen, beziehungsweise morgen. Und ja, war einfach schlecht.
Da musst du es auch besser machen, da wartet nämlich Adrian Lewis. Nervt das denn eigentlich mittlerweile der Vergleich mit diesem super Match von Michael van Gerwen, was du gemacht hast? Oder bist du immer noch stolz?
Nee, ich bin mega stolz darauf. Das muss man erstmal erreichen und das war auch für mich eine riesen Überraschung. Aber morgen gegen Adrian wird es ein ganz anderes Spiel und ich denke, der wird gewappnet sein.
Eine Frage muss ich auf Englisch stellen. Was sagst du zum Publikum? Fantastische Unterstützung. What about the crowd?
Yeah, it's a fantastic crowd. He is very nice and Hamburg is a nice city and it's very good.
Also bedankt sich natürlich Hamburg sei auch eine sehr schöne Stadt. Überragende Unterstützung. Hoffentlich wird es morgen auch so. Nächstes Match, was wir haben. Michel van der Horst gegen Roby John Rodriguez. Bis gleich.